Welcome back guys. FSR 3.1 has been added to Skyrim Special Edition via a mod developed by Puredark. In this video I'll be showing you this mod setup process on my Rog Ally running on Windows 11. I have the set 1 extreme variant of Ally. This mod supports different upscalers FSR 3.1, DLSS version 3.7.1 and XeSS version 1.3. The mod works on any GPU, whether it's from Intel, Nvidia or AMD, it does not matter, but it's a paid mod. You need to subscribe to Puredark's Patreon in order to gain access to their Discord server where the mod files are present. Their monthly Patreon subscription costs around $5. Only a one-time subscription is required. In this video, I'll be comparing the fluidity, image quality and input delay of FSR 3.1, AFMF2 and LSFG version 2.3. FSR 3 relies on optical flow technology and game data like motion vectors. This is why it cannot be implemented on a driver level basis, needs to be implemented by the developers in their games. AFMF2 is a driver level implementation of frame generation developed by AMD, does not rely on any game data, can be enabled from Adrenaline software. In order to enable AFMF2 on your Rog Ally, you need to download AMD's latest technical preview GPU driver. LSFG is a universal frame generator, works on any GPU just like FSR 3, included with a paid application called Lossless Scaling that sells on Steam store for around $7. So first I'll download all of the required files. Just open Puredark's Discord server. This is the server. Under download section, click on Skyrim Beta Access. Scroll down until you find this section, Skyrim Upscaler FSR 3 Build 04. From here you need to download custom Reshade version 6.2.0, the latest version. This is the latest version at the time of recording this video. Click on this blue link. I've already downloaded the file. Scroll down a bit. You need to download this build, Skyrim Upscaler FSR 3 Build 04 Hotfix 1. It's changelog. I've already downloaded it. Now I need to download SKSE Skyrim script extender from this website. I'll give its link in the description. And just download this version. Current anniversary edition build, game version 1.6.1170. Click on download 7z file. You can check the game's version and just open Steam. Select the game in your library, right click, manage, browse local files. This is the game's install directory. Just look for Skyrim SE.exe. There it is. Right click, properties, details. This is the game version 1.6.1170.0. Next we have address library for SKSE plugins. You can download it for free from Nexus Mods website. You need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Just click on files, scroll down and click on manual download under all-in-one address library anniversary edition. Here it's mentioned this is for anniversary edition 1.6.x. Click on manual download. Click on slow download. Last but not least we have mod Organiser 2. I'll be using it to install the mods. You can download it for free from Nexus Mods website. Click on files here, download the latest version. Just click on manual download here. Then click on slow download. Puredark has provided the installation instructions for the mod on their Patreon page. I'll quickly go through the instructions. Install the mod as any other SKSE plugin using mod Organiser 2 or Vortex. I'll be using the former. Make the game run in borderless instead of full screen mode. See the important part below for how to do that. Check if you have dxgi.tll in-game folder. If so, download the modified reshade and replace the dxgi.tll file. We have already downloaded the modified reshade file from Puredark's Discord server. Enable vsync for Skyrim SE.exe in Nvidia control panel. Ally comes with a Radeon based GPU, so I'll be enabling vsync from Adrenaline software. Launch the game and press End keyboard key to open the mods menu. You also need to do the authentication process for the mod via the mods menu. When running the mod for the first time, slide depth of field all the way to the left, basically disabling it from the game settings. Turn off ENB, edge, anti-aliasing and depth of field. I'm not using ENB, so I'll skip this step. Set the FPS cap in the mod menu to half of your display's maximum refresh rate -1. For Rog Ally, I'll be capping the FPS at 59. We'll be applying the FPS cap via the mods menu. This is how you can run the game in borderless display mode. I won't be using SSE display tweaks. We'll just open Skyrim prefs.ini file and set B full space screen to 0. My Ally is running on BIOS version 3.39. For this game I've set the UMA buffer size to 5 GB. Install AMD's latest technical preview GPU driver that enables AFMF2. Using a 25 watts manual profile, all 3 power values set at 25 watts. Full HD resolution, CPU boost disable. Now I'll show you the game settings. Vanilla version of Skyrim Special Edition. Using the high preset, windowed mode and borderless enabled. Full HD resolution, anti-aliasing TA. Settings that come with the high preset. OK. Launch the game. Just open Adrenaline software. Press Alt plus R keys. From here I've enabled FreeSync and VSync. I'll disable AFMF2 for the time being. VSync has been enabled. Just press the start button. Go to System. Open Settings. Open Display Settings. Scroll down until you find Depth of Field. Set it to nil. Move the slider to the left. That's it. Open the game's install directory. Maximize. Just open Skyrim folder here. Open Skyrim prefs.ini file. Click on edit, then click on find, type B full, hit enter. You'll find this line, B full screen. Make sure it's set to 0, equal to 0. Click on file, save, close. First I'll be installing SKSE. Just open its archive file that we downloaded earlier. There it is. Copy this folder. Go back, paste it here. There's the extracted folder. Open it. Copy all of the files and folders here. Paste them in the game's install directory. Right here where the game's exe file is present. Now just start the game using this exe file, SKSE64_loader. We're in the menu. Now just select quit. We are ready to install Mod Organiser 2. Execute its exe file. Click on I accept, next. Installation directory, next. Make sure everything is checked here. Next. Next. Desktop shortcut, optional, next. Install. Launch Mod Organiser option check, click on finish. Create a new instance, next. Create a portable instance. From this list select Skyrim Special Edition, next. It's the Steam version. Automatic archive and validation option check, next. Next. Access account not connected, optional, next. Finish. Tutorial option, optional, no. Do nothing. It started, yes. Okay. Mod Organiser 2 should detect SKSE. There it is. You can start the game by clicking on run here. But first we need to install 2 mods. Just click on this icon here. Second one, install a new mod from an archive. Navigate to the directory where Puredark mod is present. In my case, it's the downloads directory, Skyrim folder. There's the mod, Skyrim Upscaler. Double click. Click on OK. Mod has been installed. In order to activate it, just check the box next to it. Now I'll show you how to change the Upscaler and its preset. Right click on Skyrim Upscaler FSR. Then click on Open in Explorer. Just open SKSE folder. Open plugins folder. Open Skyrim Upscaler.ini file. By default, M upscale type value is set to 0, which corresponds to DLSS upscaler. This upscaler is not compatible with Radeon GPUs. So in order to use FSR 3 upscaler, need to set M upscale type value to 3. If you want to use XeSS upscaler, just set the value to 2. Upscaler type can be changed from the mods menu as well. In order to change the upscaler's preset, we need to change the value of M quality level. Value 2 corresponds to quality. I'll just stick with this value. For example, if you want to use the balance preset, just set M quality level to 1. Click on file, click on save. That's it. Close. Now I'll be installing the all-in-one address library. Click on the second icon again. Navigate to a directory where the address library's archive file is present. There it is. Double click. Click on OK. Check the box corresponding to it. 2 mods have been activated. Now I'll be extracting the custom Reshade file to the game's install directory. This is its archive file that we downloaded from Puredark's Discord server. Open it. Copy the xgi.dll file. Open the game's install directory. Paste the DLL file here where the game's exe file is present. We are ready to run the game. Launch the game from Mod Organiser 2. Just click on run. I have connected my GuliKit KK3 Max gamepad to LI Bluetooth mode. I'll be using a custom Afterburner overlay to show you the performance metrics. Reshade's menu. Now to open it, just press the home keyboard key. There it is. Click on skip tutorial. Close the window by pressing the home keyboard key again. And now to open Puredark's mod menu, just need to press the end keyboard key. Oh, there is the menu, barely visible. Expand it from the bottom right corner. There you go. When you run the mod for the first time, you'll see an authenticate button here. You need to authenticate the mod. A browser window will open it upon pressing the button. Make sure you are signed to your Patreon account. Give the permission. Return to the game. Then press the end keyboard key again. You will be able to access the mod settings. Upscaler can be selected from here. Different options: TLSS, XeSS and FSR 3. Using its quality preset, already shown you how to change the upscaler's preset. Frame generation disable for the time being. Just uncheck the box. Make sure enable hotfix setting is enabled. Apply a 59 FPS cap. This value should be half of your display's maximum refresh rate value -1. 59 in the case of Rog Ally. Start the game. Game load up. This is Whiterun. I am playing the game in first person mode. FPS is locked at 57. GPU load around 75%. Check out the input response. Okay, I am observing some ghosting around the weapon when I move the camera in complete circles like this. During pass visual motion, upscaling artifact, not easy to observe this ghosting. Enabling frame generation will make this ghosting effect more aggressive. Some minor ghosting. See, I'll just switch to third person mode. There you go. Can't observe any graphical artifacts around the character model. Again we are getting 57 FPS. I'll just sprint around. 57 FPS. Responsive controls. Okay, now I'll enable FSR 3.1 frame generation. Just open the mods menu. Check this box next to enable frame generation. Back to the game. Your FPS increased to around 110. This is amazing. Wow, I can observe the added amount of smoothness. See, frame generation is working. FSR 3.1. Not observing any graphical artifacts around the character model. Very difficult to observe the artifacts on a small display like the one on Ally. Input delay is not a problem. Oh my god, so responsive. See, swing my weapon. Okay, I'll just switch to the first person mode. Just observe the weapon. Yeah, some minor ghosting is present. Very difficult to observe it. This graphical artifact is caused by FSR Upscaler. FSR frame generation does not make it more aggressive. You can definitely play the game this way in first person mode with frame generation enabled. GPU load is close to 90%. Image quality is looking so sharp. Just switch to third person mode, sprint around. Performance in this area should be limited by the CPU. Lot of non-playable characters around us. You can switch to XeSS upscaler, entirely up to you. Can be done from the mods menu. 100 FPS here. Pause the game. Switch to XeSS. Quality preset. This is version 1.3. Resume the game. Okay, FPS dropped down to around 94, so we were getting slightly better performance using FSR 3.1 Upscaler. I'll just quickly switch back to FSR 3, 90 FPS here. Resume the game. Yeah, FPS increased to around 104. So I would recommend using FSR 3.1 on non-RTX based GPUs. Okay, now I'll be testing lossless scaling. Disable frame generation. Upscaler is still enable FSR 3 quality preset. Show you the settings first. Frame generation. LSFG version 2.3. X2 frame generation mode, which tries to double the FPS. Not using LSFG's performance mode. Not using any of lossless scaling subscaling algorithms. Clip cursor setting enabled. Sync mode set to default. Maximum latency set to 1. Draw FPS setting enabled. Capture API TXGI. Settings. Start as administrator setting enabled. Hotkey for enabling LSFG Control Alt NS. Minimize the application. Start the game again. We are in. I'll enable LSFG. Press its hotkey Control Alt NS. Yeah, it's working. LSFG's FPS counter. Base FPS dropped down to around 47 FPS with frame generation around 94. Let's move the camera around. Can observe the added amount of smoothness. Latency has increased as well. Okay, the weapon is flickering, see. Can also observe some ghosting around it. Graphical artifacts do not appear when I move the camera at a normal speed like this. Artifacts become more aggressive during fast visual motion. So FSR 3 produced less graphical artifacts than LSFG. Base FPS here dropped down to around 45. FSR 3's smoothing effect was slightly better than that of LSFG in my opinion. I can observe a strip of garbled textures around the bottom edge of the display. Common LSFG artifact. But I'll be honest, you can definitely play the game this way. The 59 FPS cap is still applied via mod menu. Oh no. Here base FPS dropped down to around 39. I observe the sluggishness. Just switch to third person mode. Okay, character's head is flickering. You can see it clearly here. Another common graphical artifact. In the case of LSFG, I'll just switch to LSFG's performance mode. Should help in increasing the base FPS, but it will make the image quality worse. Performance mode on. FSR 3 upscaler enabled. Quality preset. 59 FPS cap applied. Resume the game. Yeah, base FPS increased to around 52. The smoothing effect is still present. Better performance now with LSFG's performance mode. Graphical artifacts are still present. Switch to first person mode. Some ghosting around the weapon. You can definitely use LSFG's performance mode in this game. Image quality is looking decent. I was expecting more aggressive graphical artifacts. That did not happen with the performance mode. Ghosting. Now I'll be testing AFMF2. Disable LSFG. Latency is not a problem with LSFG as the base FPS is close to 50. Open Adrenaline software. Enable AFMF2 from here. Set surge mode to high. This will prevent frame generation from getting disabled during fast visual motion. Performance mode set to quality. We'll be using Adrenaline's overlay to show you the performance metrics. Afterburner overlay disable. AFMF2 status enabled. Afterburner won't be able to show you the FPS value with AFMF2 enabled. Again, FSR 3 upscaler is being used using its quality preset. 59 FPS cap applied. We are in. FPS with frame generation around 100. Can observe the added amount of smoothness, but I am also observing some flickering around the crosshair. ghosting around the weapon. Look at the double image. AFMF2 is making FSR 3 Upscaler's artifacts more aggressive. Performance is good. Input delay is not a problem. You can see the frame generation lag value 13 milliseconds only. Wow, so impressive. Difficult to observe the graphical artifacts when you move the camera at a normal speed like this. Flickering is still present. Game's HUD is not flickering. I'll just switch to the third person mode, and some ghosting is going on around the character model during fast visual motion. Yeah, difficult to observe this effect on LS small display, but the ghosting is definitely present around the character's backside. His head is not flickering though. See, arms were flickering. Some ghosting was present around the character's arms. So in this game, FSR 3 frame generation produced the best results. FPS was close to 110. It was variable as well, 100 to 110. FSR 3 and AFMF2 had roughly the same input delay. LSFG latency was slightly higher, nothing extreme though. FSR 3 frame generation produced the best image quality. Highly recommended from my side. I even tested XeSS version 1.3 Upscaler. Was getting a slightly reduced performance. FPS dropped by 10 compared to FSR 3.1 Upscaler. So that's it with the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.